Good evening, friends. Today I am once again with you to discuss on a very important subject which is concerning our nation. And the subject is anti India activity of Twitter. I shall be grateful if you could subscribe to my channel so that it would enable me to reach to a larger audience. The nation is going through a very challenging time. COVID 19 has impacted us in a very big manner, and the economy is slowly coming to grips with the situation. At the same time, our belligerent neighbor China took advantage of the situation and moved its army to the Ladakh border and threatened the sovereign integrity of our country. The Indian army is in full strength there to take on the Chinese. These were the black swan events of the decade because no one could predict that corona could happen, and as well as the intentions of the Chinese. We are moving into a world of digitalization today. Keeping ourselves abreast with the current times, we have customized our systems now to online platforms. The social media plays a very dominant role in this online platforms today. From the comfort of our homes, with the swipe of our fingers, we can make new friends. We can chat with them. And at the same time, our privacy also has been affected. Sting operations take place. You must have seen in all the TV channels. Twitter is one very prominent social media platform which has gained immense popularity since the time it was introduced in 2006. The platform has 350 million users, 500 million tweets are done every day, translating to 6,000 tweets per second. The share price of Twitter has moved from 17 US dollars to 36.4 US dollars. It has increased by 14% in the last 1 year. So you see that the kind of impact and the kind of followers which are there in Twitter. Compared to Twitter, Facebook has got 1.5 billion users every month. WhatsApp has 1 billion users every month. And Instagram, which is an image building platform, has 400 million users every month. What is the specialization or popularity of Twitter then? Twitter works on the principle of brevity. 140 words or 140 counts can set an issue on fire. The youth of today relish short communications to make their point, because everybody is running short of time. So the Twitter has been able to understand the psyche of the youth today, and therefore it has been able to make an impact. At the same time, Twitter has also been responsible for perception building of the youth. When I want to make a post on Twitter on any subject, and when I look at the tweets, when I find that a person who has tweeted, he has had thousands of followers and hundreds of likes, a number of retweets, then I form an impression, yes, this man is speaking the truth. And I start also tweeting in a similar manner. It is something like, there is a Hindi proverb, bhed chal. So you get into this bhed chal and you also contribute to inciting the passions and the emotions of all your friends and followers. This has been taken advantage of by a certain section of vested interests who want to cause disharmony through the spread of misinformation on aspects related to national security, religious religious harmony, and the well-being of all of us. I will speak with a few examples so that we are able to realize the gravity of the problem. A few months back, Amul India tweeted "Exit the Dragon." Within hours of the tweet, the account of Amul India was suspended. The tweet was just driving home the point for the Chinese to go back from our borders, and also was telling the nation to boycott the Chinese goods. So it was a policy of the government. It was not the policy of Amul India. So on what basis was the account suspended? So there's no transparency. At the same time, there are lakhs of tweets which are not getting noticed and which are not getting moderated. The second example which comes to mind is of fake accounts. Recently, a fake account was created in Pakistan in the name of the Princess of Oman. Mona Min fire. It was tweeted that since India was not taking care of its Muslims, all Indian population working in Oman should be sent back. It was a mischievous intent. A clarification came from the princess herself, stating that this was a fake account and she has never tweeted this kind of a thing. The Pakistani Foreign Minister Qureshi also made a statement based on this tweet. So you can understand the kind of impact, and which brings us to the point that there is a lack of transparency and a lack of integrity as far as Twitter is concerned. So we can say that Twitter is a wayward child which needs to get matured. There was also, as soon as the Chinese conflict started in May, there was a war on Twitter. 500 Pakistani accounts all of a sudden emerged, and this was detected by a cyber security company in Kochi. The Quint also came out with its investigation that these accounts which were created in Pakistan were spreading misinformation about the Indo-China conflict. A Twitter handle, CN Park WW, having almost 17,000 followers, gave a wrong depiction of the events which were happening at the LAC. On 22nd June, there was a tweet from this handle showing a video, an old video of 2017, when the Doklam issue came up and where the Chinese and the Indian soldiers were in a scuffle, showing that this was related to the Galwan event. Then on 5th of July, there was this tweet about a fake hospital which the Indian Army has built to facilitate the photo ops of our Prime Minister. Then we had on the 7th of July another video showing or stating that the Chinese helicopters are patrolling Pagongshu Lake, whereas these were the Apache helicopters which were hovering around a lake in Arizona in the United States. So you see this kind of malicious propaganda which is being generated by the handlers across the border. Another aspect which is of relevance here is the shadow banning. What is happening is that I may make a tweet, but that tweet does not show on Twitter. So we as citizens want to know what is the policy of this shadow banning, and on what basis are these tweets being hidden. This aspect is also needs deliberation by Twitter. The next aspect which is bothering us is cyberbullying. Today, Twitter is being used to threaten people. It is being used for character assassination of people. And this is impacting a large number of our population. A research carried out by the Symantec company states that out of every 10 individuals in our country, 8 are subjected to cyberbullying. 63% of these cyberbullying is in the form of online abuses and insults, and 59% of this is false rumors and gossips. Twitter has a country withheld policy. This policy is there in place, which gives the Twitter the authority to censor any tweet which is reported by any government of a country which is against the local laws of that country. Now, based on the representations made by the country, Twitter publishes every 6 months a transparency report. I would like to quote you certain statistics from the transparency report of the second half of 2018. The Indian government made 667 representations of tweets which were required to be deleted, emanating from 2,228 accounts. And what we get out of it, only 2% of these were deleted by Twitter. So it shows there is a lack of transparency. There is a lack of will on part of Twitter to understand the sensitivity of any nation. There needs to be now, we need to think of certain measures to control this. We have the Information Technology Act, Section 69 Alpha. It is also there in our constitution where we take action against any sedition or a speech or a tweet which can inflame passions in the country. But we need to do much more than that. And a few of my recommendations I have, which I want to share with you. My first recommendation is that we need to have a law in place, a notification, a, a circular, or a directive from the government that a moment this thing happens, any infringement happens, the government can take immediate action on that. Point number two, Twitter needs to appoint country specific persons who can deal with the complaints in such a manner that within 24 hours, action is initiated on that complaint. This is very important. The third thing is every nation must have the right to have a look at what kind of algorithms or logic Twitter is using to detect malicious content on its portal. The next is there is a covenant and a civil a political rights act of the United Nation which states that every nation has the authority to ensure that no one through any kind of communication can harm the reputation of people or can speak against any religion or which can incite the passions. So we need to invoke these kind of acts into our own laws. And the next recommendation I would like to give is that we need to have a social media KYC. Similar to opening of a bank account, the same procedure should be followed for opening an account on the social media platforms. If we do that, this entire malaise of these fake accounts will go away. Today, our Indian Army is guarding our borders. They are the warriors, the military warriors. But what happens to the internal enemies of the country who are within us? Who is going to guard us against these people? So I wish to make appeal to the nation, to the younger generation of the nation, to please stand up and be our cyber warriors. Be our cyber warriors who will be as important to us as our military warriors. It will be your responsibility, it will be your duty to ensure that if anyone is tweeting something which is anti-national, which is anti-India, it should be brought immediately to the notice of the authorities. If you do that, you will be doing a very great service to the nation, and you will be saluted for that. If we as a nation decide to take up this challenge, let me tell you, there is nobody who can stop us. And we will be able to achieve our aim of putting an end to this problem, because in case we don't nip it in its bud right now, it is going to escalate into a demon which we will not be able to control in the near future. So it is my appeal to all of the citizens of the country. It is time to strengthen this movement of Vineet ji and give it the impetus and the velocity to take on these anti-national elements of our country. My good wishes are there with you. I wish you and your families all the happiness and good health. All the best from my side. Have a great day. Jai Hind.